Bub, did you have a good nap? Look at the camera. Look at it. Look how cute you are. Oh my god, you look derpy. I'm sorry I woke you up. I'll put you back now. Hey, this is Bethany, and today I'm going to be filming a chit chat, get ready with me. I'm going to try to be quicker. This isn't going to be super high maintenance makeup because I'm already adding on to some Maybelline BB cream I put on that I was reviewing and wore for a while. So what I'm going to do is just do my makeup to get ready to go out today, but it's not going to be anything crazy. And I'm going to be playing with some new stuff I bought, like this Tartlette palette and this Maybelline contouring thing, and I wanted to try this out. So we're gonna have a little first impression with this, I suppose. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do, I put some MAC NW15 Pro Longwear concealer on the back of my hands, and I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Studio stippling brush and stipple some of my more acne riddled places. By the way, is this Tartlette palette not freaking gorgeous? I wish my face looked like this palette. It's just beautiful. Anywho, I'm wearing light coverage BB cream right now, so I just wanted to up that coverage a little bit. Not like I'm going on a date or anything, but Ty and I might go out for dinner. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not, just to save money, So, and this is the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer I'm putting under my eyes. So yeah, how has life been going with you guys? Because, my life's been pretty awesome. And it's not usually that awesome. So I work for a Land Rover and Jaguar now, and I'm the person that walks people through their new vehicles and teaches them stuff about them. A lot of people don't even know what kind of features their vehicle has, especially luxury vehicles. They're super equipped to the point where you could own a vehicle for 5 years and never know it does this. So I'm that person that makes sure people are getting the most usage out of their vehicles. So I went to Land Rover Jaguar training in Monterey, California. You would have seen that if you follow me on my Snapchat, and I pretty much had the time of my life. Right after having the worst time of my life because I had the influenza flu and I was so freaking sick I could barely move. So luckily I got on the right medication before I left and I could go to training, but I was almost afraid I wasn't going to get to. Alright, now that I'm a little bit fuller coverage, I'm going to use my Kat Von D powder. It's Lock-It Powder Foundation in Light 42, and this stuff is pretty opaque for powder. I really like it though. It's a great way to touch up during the day, and it holds everything on a lot better. My brush is still wet. Dang it. Anyhow, back to the powder. And because this is slightly cool toned, a lot of foundations are too yellow for me. This will neutralize it with its slightly pinky hue. So I really like that. Alright, so let's move on to contouring. This is the Maybelline Master Contour Face Kit. And I got the very lightest one, number 10. So it's supposed to be light enough for me. And they come with this little brush. So here are the colors. That blush looks like it will do. This looks like it might be pale enough. This might be a little bit too clay colored or orange, but we're going to give it a try. And then it comes with this little bitty brush that I would probably only use for either highlighting a cheekbone, and even then it's kind of weird, or contouring my nose. I'm not going to use this thing though. I'm going to use my trusty brushes. Alright, so first I'm going to use my Crown stippling brush, and I'm going to apply some of this blush. If you're pale, I recommend finding you a good stippling brush because it's easy to overdo blush, and these just really help it out. To where you don't look like a clown, you know what I mean? Or a doll. It's easy to build up just the perfect amount. So this blush is more satiny matte. It doesn't seem to have much shimmer in it, but it is kind of peachy toned. I'm trying to make it show up on camera. For giggles, I'm going to play with this brush a bit just because I'm really curious. It's really sharply cut, so this would probably not be a good idea. But I just wanted to try it on a nose contour and see, after I brush off some of the product, how it would look to reestablish my nose bridge. My nose is really crooked, by the way. So we're just going to play with this. I'm not going to pick up more product because I don't really need more. I think honestly this brush is not very good because it's rubbing off my foundation. It's not gentle enough at what it's doing to not do that, so yeah, not a good idea. Alright, so let's compare this to my favorite fair-skinned bronzer I use. This is the NYX Blush and Taupe. I just bought a new one. And let's compare this shade to the Maybelline one. So this one's definitely more cool toned, definitely better at, you know, portraying a shadow. This one is definitely a little bit more clay toned, like definitely more warm. So I would probably still prefer this, but I'm still going to try this out and give it a go. So I feel like I have a crap ton to talk about, but I'm not talking about it. If you guys want to hear more from me, sorry I haven't put up much videos lately, but I've been busy with my new job. I upload almost every day on Snapchat, usually several times a day. So, and a lot of times I'll upload like cars at my work. So if you're like a car enthusiast, you might like that. Alright, I'm trying to put this on as nice as possible. It feels a little bit patchier than my NYX. My NYX feels really buttery to the touch, and this just does not. It feels a little bit more hard, even though the finish is kind of satiny. So, I don't know. I don't think it's bad, and the blush I'm liking. Depends on how well any of them hold up, though, I suppose. And then lastly, I want to put on this highlighter. I've swiped it with my finger, and it doesn't seem like too powerful of a highlighter. It's kind of subtle. I like a little bit more of a powerful one, so I have something to work with. So, like, you can tone down a powerful one, but highlighter, if it doesn't build up to too much, then it's less impressive. That's why I'm putting it on with my finger right now and just kind of fanning it out here. That's a little better, actually. Most drugstore brands don't make hyper shimmery highlighters like the Anastasia one, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad highlighter. It kind of depends on what you want. No, that looks more natural, certainly, than the Anastasia one I wear, but what if I want my highlighter to have unicorn dust in it? I'm going to go ahead and put on some Tartlette in Bloom eyeshadows. I think I'm going to start with Smarty Pants and just start, you know, contouring in my crease a little bit. And this is a Morphe brush. It's the M518. I bought this in LA while I was there with Rebecca Shores for Generation Beauty. And it was pretty interesting going to the Morphe store with her. There was like a whole line outside the store. We had to wait for quite a while. Bub, if you could quit stepping on loud stuff right now, that would be great. So anyways, yeah, I didn't really get to talk to you guys much about this, but I had a blast at Generation Beauty, and then immediately after that, I got sick for over a week. So I didn't get to do any videos or anything. Bub! So yeah, I was literally under the weather for almost half a month. It was ridiculous. And I missed work, and I took a lot of medicine, and I actually lost a little bit of weight there for a moment, but I gained it back once I could eat food. But yeah, so it was a pretty terrible initial start to the month after Generation Beauty ended. And I intended on making a blog, but at the beginning of the month I was so sick I never could, so I don't really know what to do with the little wee bits of footage I had, but I really wanted to make a blog. I honestly haven't even been watching other people's YouTube videos because I have been so busy with my job, and now I'm just starting to get a feel for my schedule. We've now established what my day off is so I can film, and now I want to get back into the whole swing of things, so I'm sorry I've been gone. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. And now I'm going to go in with this blushy warm brown shade called Rebel. And I'm going to deepen this up under my brow bone here. Just right there. It subtly makes it look like I have eyelids that I don't have. Hooded eyes can be a little bit of a curse in terms of like doing makeup looks you want to do, but at the same time, I see a lot of hooded eye people get so creative. Fresh Blush here on YouTube, she goes all out and does all sorts of amazing looks that maybe she probably wouldn't have thought of because if she had a bigger eye span. And she ends up making little decorative, ornate bits around the eye because she doesn't have a lid to work with. And I don't know, I'm starting to try to count my hooded eyes as a blessing, if you know what I mean. Not everybody can have big old puppy eyes. Okay, now I'm going to mix a bit of Rebel in this darker shade Leader with the tip of this blending brush. And I'm going to deepen that crease again. See, I'm doing a pretty subtle look today just because Nothing special happening, I don't think. Also, I just kind of wanted a soft look. I will do some crazy looks soon. I know I haven't done a creative look on YouTube in forever, so if you guys have stuff you're interested in seeing, I was thinking about doing a Gerudo for another Zelda tutorial. I haven't done one of those since like December, so. And I don't know how you guys liked my Zelda, my last Nehru one that I did in a collab with Minsuki and Abacus, but that one was a blast, man. My skin was a mess, though. Actually, what's really upsetting about trying to do a YouTube schedule with work and adult acne, because I'll try to set aside time to do a video, and that will be like the day that my skin is the worst possible day. Like it's been in forever, and I don't even want to leave the house. My skin is so bad. And that's the one bit of time I have to do a video. And I sometimes end up not wanting to do it because I just don't want people to see my acne. I don't know. I suppose I could be a stronger person and just power through it, but acne really bothers me, especially if it's painful acne. And it's hard to get off my mind, so I don't know. Does anybody else kind of deal with that where you get, I'm 28. Does anyone else get acne that's close to my age where you feel like you just don't even want to leave the house? You're like, oh my god, do I really have to go out and work today and be in public because this one's bleeding and this one's pussing and this other one's coming in from the depths of hell. Now I'm going to take this white shade Charmer and I'm going to apply that to my lids right all over most of the inner and middle part of them, just to bring them forward. This almost looks like I'm doing like natural wedding makeup. That's maybe a little bit more low maintenance than that, but I actually haven't done wedding makeup for anyone in forever. I did used to do makeup for people, and then I just got so busy with life, and I was like, And most of the people I knew that were wanting me to do their makeup were from back home before I moved to Kansas City, so they were like 3 hours away. I'm like, girl, I'm not driving 3 hours to do your makeup. Though you could technically charge for that. Okay, so I decided I'm going to take Rebel and run that under my eyes to create a little bit of a shadow. I'm going to mix that with that lighter shade Smarty Pants I started with. Just want to make my eyes look bigger. And possibly this will help. So I went and saw Deadpool recently, and I need to go see it again because there were so many jokes and innuendos. I doubt that I caught them all before people were laughing, but I really liked that movie. It was awesome. Ryan Reynolds was pretty much meant to play Deadpool, and I've been saying this for years. I mean, everyone's been saying it. So, you know, I'm not a special snowflake for thinking it or anything. He had the perfect shaped head, and he had the perfect little snide attitude, and I just loved it. I'm gonna softly just kind of fade that out like a wing. This is what happens to me every time I'm like, I'm gonna do something really subtle, and then whoops, Lady Gaga. So, you never know what to do. So now I'm gonna use this shimmery, like kind of bronze gold shade called Firecracker, and I'm gonna place this on the bottom middle of my eye. My eyes are gonna be a little bit bottom heavy today, but I don't mind. It's all part of the dream, man. All part of the dream. It's gonna really smolder it out. A little bit more of the matte shade and make that heavy back here. Okay, so here's how I look. Yeah, my eyes look a little upside down, but once you put eyelashes on or anything like that, it balances a look like this out perfectly. So I'm gonna probably line my eyes a little bit on the top just to balance this though. This liquid liner is almost dry, but this is my Physicians Formula 2-in-1 Serum Booster Pen. I'm gonna line a thin line, so don't want to get too crazy. It's super easy to use though. And just doing this will make my pale lid more distinctive instead of looking like I didn't put anything up there. Like, I want it to be more clean looking. And see that low wing? Pretty ideal for a hooded eye because it doesn't get in the way. Alright, so now that I have my eyes lined, I'm going to go ahead and put on mascara. I have like mascara from earlier on. I'm trying this new Maybelline Lash Sensational, and it seems to make them look pretty big. I don't know. I've been playing around with it to see what I like, and then I'll decide if I want false lashes. So, let's go. You have to be really careful with this stuff. Also, it doesn't want to come off. Okay, so here's what it looks like with the Maybelline Lash Sensational on. I need time to play around with this more, and I may do a review and demo of it if you guys like. I just recently purchased it like 2 days ago. But I've been trying out the formula, and I like it because it's almost like it makes my lashes really stand out a lot more, though it doesn't look as good as false lashes. So I wanted to try this LA Girl Matte Not Flat Pigment Gloss, so I'm going to put this on. It's sort of a berry color, maybe a little bit lighter, so let's see how that goes. Okay, so this takes like a good 4 or 5 minutes to dry, but holy moly, I love this color. It's like a petal rose color. God, I can't think of the color, but there's like specific roses that have this color and it's not the red ones. I love this. It is in the shade Rebel, so we're seeing a lot of rebellion here today in my makeup room. I like that it immediately makes my teeth look a lot whiter, so yeah, I love this. Wow. Alright, so this is my finished look with my Tartlette in Bloom palette, the Maybelline Master Contour, and this gorgeous LA Girl Flat Finish Pigment Gloss. I will say that this stays kind of sticky for a while, so you know, it has to dry out for a good 4 minutes. And I'm just gonna go wear this out and see how it feels. All in all, I love this thing, though the blendability with that brush I was trying was not very good, so I don't know if I like that Morphe brush. And then this, I don't know, I like the blush color, but it doesn't seem as full-on pigmented as like maybe my Milani or e.l.f. blushes. I think if someone were to ask me whether I should repurchase this, I mean, I'm going to give it more of a try, but I would pass and probably stick to some of my other drugstore blushes, just because I like a highlight with a little bit more kick to it, and I like a contour with a little bit more coolness to it. So the blush colors are really pretty though, and all in all these weren't bad, but I don't picture this holding up throughout the day just because the formula wasn't very buttery, if you get my drift. Anyhow, I love this. This is the first time of me trying it on, and this is just, oh, beautiful. So if you guys like this color, let me know. I think I'm going to be buying some more of these, but I have to order them online because there's not a store anywhere near with LA Girl lip stuff. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video, and if you enjoy certain subjects being talked about, let me know and I could prepare to talk about those for my next Get Ready With Me, depending on what they are and if I'm even qualified to talk about them. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this look. I think it was pretty easy to do once I decided on it, and I like the way it turned out, and I love this lip color. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day, and as always, thank you guys for watching my videos. I will talk to you later. Bye.